As the general manager at a place like USC, you have to manage and maintain so many different types of relationships. I'm actually fascinated by it. How do you approach developing and maintaining relationships with your head coach, Lincoln Riley, with recruits and their families, with your personnel department, the people that actually work for you? What are those strategies that you found the most effective when balancing these different relationship dynamics?
I think it's by being authentic and real. And here's the thing, recruits and families, they sniff out,
Yeah.
when you're not telling them the truth. And I think if you're being authentic and real about the situation of what we're all being a part of, that's how winning's done, by telling them, and it goes for recruiting too. The people that we're going to recruit, the recruits that we're going to bring in here, they're going to choose USC for the right reason. They're going to choose it because it's a world-class education that'll truly set them up for the rest of their life. They're going to choose it because we compete with Ivy League schools, right? And they want more than just being a football player. But they also know that if they come here, they're going to have an opportunity to play for a national championship. And they also know when they come here, they're going to get coached by the best coaches in the country. And we're going to do all of how we handle everything within, our front office and all the other elements that we deal with. We're going to handle it the right way, with those families, to where when they come, they know what they signed up for. They didn't just sign up to come here because of a dollar amount. They didn't just come here to sign up for one person. They chose all the reasons. So in return, they chose it for the right reason.
Yeah. And one of the interesting things in today's college recruiting era, where everything is documented and you have recruiting rankings, is for your job as the GM, there's a lot of pressure to win the offseason, right? To win the recruiting rankings and to have the number one class. And I think you've had a number one class almost everywhere you've been,
That's right.
in the front office. But that's not ultimately your end goal. Your end goal is to win championships and to put together the best team. There used to be a sign when I was at Penn State. I always remembered it said, "We're not acquiring talent, we're building a team." And so how do you deal with that kind of like pressure to have the number one class, but also making sure that, hey, there's some decisions you may have to make that may hurt that class ranking. That's the right thing for the future of the program.
That's right. I think, if you've looked at the last 4 years that I've been, in this role and been heavily involved in recruiting, I've had a number one recruiting class in the country at this time. And it doesn't end up that way. But that's not why I'm not trying to win the off season. I'm trying to get to a national championship game and build the program the right way. And I am a firm believer that you can build a culture through recruiting. You can build your team surrounded by recruiting. And by getting these kids committed early, you're building a family. There's other things that we do in the summer with these kids that is different than anywhere else in the country. That is a huge benefit to us. But it's also a huge reason why I want to get our class together now. I want them to build a family now. I want the parents to know each other now. I want us to have hard conversations and start developing realness within how we evaluate their film and how we talk to them and how they view this place and all the things that come with it. I want them to be a part of our family. And when you do that and they enter, that way when they come, they set foot on campus, because what happens is everywhere across the country, as soon as you step through the athletic building, as soon as you come into the football building, and it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what you were rated, it doesn't matter what class, all that matters is you're going to get a t-shirt and it's going to say USC on the front. And that's what matters. So we want to build a culture of kids that are about family and about this place, and they choose it for the right reasons. And that's why I think you see the success that it's ended up, places I've been, you've seen some success because we're building it strategically that way. It's not to win the offseason, right? It's not to be the number one recruiting class in the country. It's to win.
The term NIL is used so much in college sports right now, especially in the media by people like me, just throwing the buzzword NIL around. What's one thing that you feel like fans or media don't quite understand about NIL or how it actually works in the real world that you're dealing with every single day?
Everyone wants more. And everybody wants more. It's a part of life. I think it's the constant, push that we receive. And it's not only from, kids, parents, agents. I mean, it's high school coming, it's everybody, pushing for, more money in regards to NIL, which obviously you could sit there and say it's difficult to deal with, but I believe that these kids deserve to be paid for their name, image, and likeness. And the way I see this thing going here with rev share and the new era of college athletics, I'm excited for it. And I don't think there's a better
Mm,
place, and a huge reason why I chose USC. I chose it because I knew that in this NIL world, there wouldn't be a better place, than USC, and the power of the Trojan Network and the power of the city of Los Angeles. We're going to be the most powerful in this era.